So how cold is too cold? We ask local school districts how they determine whether it's too cold for classes.
Valley News Team's education reporter Veronica Marshall has those details. Veronica?
Fargo and West Fargo school districts tell me they don't have a set temperature when it comes to closing school, but they do consider several different factors.
I'm originally from Strasburg, North Dakota. I lived 18 miles from town, so I know what it was like to ride school bus every day.
Burgad is no stranger to winter weather.
We had some pretty tough winters, and some of the challenges was the thawing of the roads, and I remember our buses being stuck on muddy roads many times.
Now he's part of the team that determines whether West Fargo schools will stay open or close due to the cold temperatures that are on the way. And those memories are a helpful guide.
West Fargo does have some rail routes, so our buses will have to be out there in the country. That's one concern, of whether they're going to gel up and how they'll be able to function when it becomes 50 or 60 below windshield.
Fluid lines freeze, air lines freeze. Everything is just very tender and vulnerable. So we have more breakdowns, and then that obviously causes stress out there on the roads, because then you have to go out and rescue a bus, bring out another one to have the kids transfer.
McLaughlin says buses often do run late in cold temperatures because they can face extreme mechanical challenges, and that can put students in danger.
The main thing to worry about from a public standpoint is the kids that are on the corners. How long do they have to stand there? If you're running 5 to 10 minutes late and it's 20 below out with a 20-mile-an-hour wind, I mean, that's extremely painful, and nobody should really have to go through that.
Local school districts and universities will be part of a conference call on Tuesday morning. They'll hear from meteorologists on the latest projections and models for the weather. They tell me that information will help them determine whether or not to close school on Wednesday. But just because there's no school doesn't mean it's always a day off.
I lived on a farm, so I had to go out and work, so it didn't make much difference.
In Fargo and West Fargo, if parents decide to pull their students out of school due to weather safety concerns, it does count as an excused absence. That means students will have the opportunity to make up their missed work. Mike?
All right, thanks, Veronica. One concern from parents is if school closes, what about childcare? The Department of Human Services says it's up to each individual childcare center how they'd like to handle the winter weather.